friends, back again with another video. Today I'm featuring papers. I'm just gonna stuff your brain with all kinds of ideas and concepts to make papers, show you some trends, and yeah, we'll be back then to show you how to start designing papers, tutorials. All right, I always like to start off with a nice scrapbooking image because yes, that's kind of what this is all about. All these tutorials are about scrapbooking in general. Of course, we'd like to think that we could get some other designs going there. This is the background paper I wanted to focus on. It's really popular. Wooden backgrounds are super popular. What I'm showing off are groups of papers that combine together in a kit or collection. Just a couple. I'm just showing you the neatest ones or more trendy ones, and just to get that mojo flowing of creative ideas. This is a more natural collection I'm drawing from. Next collection is bright and funky and fun. This is my craft fair collection. All these papers are mine, by the way. At the end, I'm going to show off some of my designer friends who've been at it a lot longer than I have. I'm going to show you some of their designs too, with their permission, of course. I love this tiny design. Let me go back to that one real quick. That's pretty neat. You see the texture? That's fun. But keep all your things kind of sort of in the same genre and keep those colors the same, especially the shades. You always want that same brown shade. And yeah, just repeat those colors over and over and over again on your papers. Some people go with a darker shade and a lighter shade. That's fine. No problemo. There's our edges again. This is lots of layers, people. Lots of layers. Once you get going on this, you could start like a file or a folder. I don't know how you organize with all your texture in one folder or file. Maybe you've got tons of it. That would be great. I try to organize, but it doesn't always work out so great. That was a fun circus pack, actually, that I did. I just took out a couple of papers. You can do a couple of different examples like those guys there, back and forth. That's okay. But don't do like 8, 9 of the same kind like that. Just a couple. I wouldn't do more than 3 or 4. See if you can guess the theme by the papers and the colors. That's like a chevron design. Is it a giveaway? Oh, there's the giveaway. Design papers are so fun. I often add a little bit of a bevel just to bring out some more detail and some more texture. You don't have to do that, of course. Look at all the texture. This is probably like 6 or 7 layers there. Here I made a little design paper. Added some candy with the texturized background. This one's super cool. I love that. I'm really puffed out this layer here to give it some extra dimension. There's another little design paper I designed. Wood again, very popular. Provide a couple of different shades of wood. This is also a fun, popular design here. Use a clip and a wood overlay with a design paper and some wood. That's super fun. I'm going to fly through these next solids, but I wanted you to get a super cool idea about texture, solids, and by all means, give them as many as you can. Give them your entire palette, because you should always start off with a palette before you even get creating. I'm going to get back to white papers and textures, but give them all. If you've got the time to design a nice big full pack of solids, as a scrapbooker, I love it. Give me as many solids as possible, because often I use a lot of solid papers in my designs. But when you use the same texture over and over again, some people have one texture that they use on all of their solids, and I think it's okay. I don't love it personally as a scrapper, but what I at least do is I change its juxtaposition. At least on a couple, I turn it to the right. I change it horizontally or vertically. All right, here we go with some more design papers, and this is, maybe you can tell, a travel theme. Really bright, in your face, fun, travel, adventure. See wood, see lots of wood, lots of texture, grains, themed. I got quite a bit of theme paper for this one. Travel is, again, a very popular theme to cover. It's fun. You can do bright and fun and crazy. Maps, people, maps. Hit up your fans with maps. They love maps. And you can also do a travel adventure with a natural, naturey feel. That's what this one is. This one's actually rather old, but I love this color palette. I just love it. I made a couple of renditions to it because I really enjoyed this color palette. I made some coordinating templates and then I resold it all again. Make additions and show it to your fans and designer friends and reintroduce them with new pages and a couple new concepts. This was just such a cool paper. I wanted to show you that one. Here, I'm going to stop for just a sec. We're going to focus on this paper. If you can design layered papers like this, that designers can go in and change and make so pretty like this, please, please, please put it in the shop. You mail me, I will tell my friends, and we will love you. Check out this little golden outline I can do. I can take all of my papers and plug them right in and make the most perfectly coordinated paper with my kit. Love, love, love this. And no one is doing it. Hardly anyone. I can think of like 2 people or 3 tops that make these kind of design papered layered templates. It's a gift, people. You'd really be giving us a let's see. There's another one. They're super, super wonderful. Bukas, it was all the rage. It might not be fading, but it's still kind of cool. I love the deep dark texture in that. Very nice. Dots never go out of style. Keep using the dots. Keep using the shimmer and a little bit of glitter. Too much glitter. Some people like too much glitter. And not all. Here's a big, super awesome grungy overlay over that. I don't know the designer behind this awesome Art Deco pack that I got years ago, but it is totally rocking. I use it over and over all the time. This layer here, this paper here probably has like 20 layers on it. I just kept going and going and going. I hope it shows. I love that paper. Don't forget about imagery. You could totally use imagery like this as a paper. That texture is rocking. I wanted to talk about light colored paper because it's really hard, actually. I didn't know until I started designing them myself how difficult it is to get a texture to show up on a white paper and still trying to keep that paper white or white-ish. So this is me kind of fumbling around with the ideas when I just started designing papers. But I've learned a little bit since then, and I'll make sure I share those tips with you. This is another kind of design paper you could do. This kind of design used to be pretty popular in the traditional realm, and it's kind of hard to scrap with, so don't maybe put too many kinds of papers like that in there, but a couple. Guess the theme again. This is a pretty old kit, but it's really fun. The school theme is still fairly popular. Just want to throw some ideas at you because it can be a lot more simple than you think, maybe. This is another example of an awesome layered paper. Dun, dun, dun. Another thing to keep in mind is put all your papers at 12 by 12 inches. Nice square, 12 by 12. That's the standard. That's what we want to see. Here's your grandma paper for all the grannies that are scrappers because there is a whole lot of them. Don't forget them. Here's a bright, fun collection of papers I wanted to show. There's swirly paints, a little bit artistic. Newspaper's way cool. I dig newspaper. Here's tiny design. I prefer tiny design over large design. I just find it easier to scrapbook with. If I was you, I would give them a little bit of everything. Give your clients a little bit of everything. Stripes aren't always easy to work with, but they're cool. This is called ombre. It's fairly popular. Might be losing some volume there. I like it okay. I think with more detail and stuff like that, it can be a little bit more interesting. Some more. Hearts are always in, folks. Do hearts, do dots. They're always the rage. Plaids are always popular too because of the country look, the cottagey look. Farmhouse is all in. So don't be afraid of plaids. I'll show you how to design those too. Guess the theme. But you get an idea. Now, that was also one of those really fun. Here's another layered paper. Really probably not that difficult to design for people. These are more layered papers that I just have to go in and plug in some glitter and plug in my little solid papers and design these papers. Here's Fun Bright. This paper is so magical. OMG, I don't even remember how I made it. I think I put a couple of bukas together And then I don't know if this was an overlay or what, with the little starbursts. Oh my gosh, I just love that paper. It's really fun. Lots of layers. This is chevron. I want to say this is kind of going out of style. However, I have another example where the chevron's really small, and I totally dig that. Here's more dots. See the two shades? These are the kind of shades you want to use when you're making your collections. I dig that. This is something that I wouldn't put too much in as well. It's tough to scrapbook with. I wanted to even show you an example here so you could kind of see. It's kind of brash. It's kind of bold. It's difficult, but yeah, if you dig it, put a couple in there. Just don't overdo it. Can you guess the theme by the color? Can you? Oh, dead giveaway. These are more layered templates. I'm making these templates myself now these days. It's pretty simple to do, but handy. Love that color palette. Here I actually take a gem and I put a gem in each and every one of those boxes. Hey, copy paste, baby. Copy paste, use your rulers, and then you get a little bit of extra special on your papers. Makes it fun. All right, now we're moving on to my girlfriend's paper packs. Here they are. You can kind of get the vintage vibe there. Lots of texture. Look at all the colors, though. All the colors are blending so nicely. I love that she provides this neat little shimmer pack of papers. There's a look at her solids. Nice little cardstock look. Cardstock is a great base for a texture. Here's a paper example, some page examples with that particular paper pack. All from me, of course. Here's another design of my gal Amy. I showed you some of her other stuff. See how she provides just a couple of the same pattern on the different shades. I think this is okay. It's just a couple. I can appreciate that, especially with dots. I think that would be the most appreciated, dots. There's some more. Here's a page I did. Look at her beautiful matte paper in the back. Oh, I just love it. She also often does some pretty awesome things like this. Here's another paper pack of hers. Look at the creases and the crinkles. That's kind of cool. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, you know, that's not too much my thing, but some people love it. There's another great example of plaids. And then here you can see how to build and show off your papers. Show off your papers in a very creative way. It might take you some time. Maybe you have to find someone who could scrapbook for you. I can help you with that if you need to find people to work with your collections. That's definitely something I do. I try to match up designers and scrapbookers together so that if you design great things, you can have someone else make the images for you like this. Check it out. Pattern, solid, pattern, solid, pattern, solid. Now, when I was designing this, I remember thinking, whoa, okay, this is still way too busy. So what I did was I took a color from the very outside edge, this like beigey, kind of not in your face color, and I put it on every outline. You see, every outline has this beige color, and that helped anchor this whole thing and bring it all together so it wasn't so crazy busy. So think about outlines when you're having problems separating things and everything seems too busy. Put that plain, solid, consistent design in it, and that should help with that. So how do you get texture on paper? I'm going to tell you in the next video when I show you how to design a basic pack of solids, and we'll build up from there. But use brushes, paint, effects, grunge, use overlays. Think about all these different things that you can do for on a design paper. And thanks again for watching my video, y'all. Happy designing!